Well, hello. So it's been a while since I've done a hobby room review or a hobby room update. Here is a nice little. We'll go through everything, but yeah, I have a rack for my favorite bootleg hoodie, so I just can grab one and head out. But since it's almost November already, I probably won't have a big use for these because they do fit very light. These are all the bootleg ones that I show off on Twitter a lot. We got the Pastrana, we got the Derek Hope Friendlies, and I have the driver's suit right there because I do love that car. I have the cruise suit there. I have the diecast hidden there, and I have the mass-produced fan shirt there. Yeah. So first thing you're gonna notice, or one of the first things, is this shelving unit right here. I this used to have my TV on it in my bedroom, but I got a TV stand, and now my physical media sits in my hobby room, which is where more appropriate to where it should be. I have my Ouya controller and my Google Stadia controllers. I found them at thrift stores. So I also been digging through my grandma's bins of her racing stuff, and I took her 124s out, so we have a couple juniors and a Carl here. I'll probably end up getting that Carl turned into my NR 2003 championship online championship winning car at some point. So I found this Montoya. I'm keeping it in the box because I like how low it is to the packaging. It looks like it has a nice stance to it. Here's a door number here. Door number Scott Wimmer car. This is not. This is just to show people that side is from that car. Have slowpoke stuff. He's my original favorite from the 90s. So I have been getting back into getting Pokemon cards. Of course, who hasn't? But trying to complete the slowpokes. Did find a Detolf shelf at Goodwill, of all places, for like $30. I was like, hell yeah. The only problem is this glass piece here is bowing out, and that bothers me. But from what I've read, that's somewhat normal for Detolf shelves. The top, I went through my bin of wrestling paraphernalia and found some more figures that were just sitting on the bottom. So I decided to integrate them into the shelving unit somehow, even though I don't really care for Summer Rae. I don't really care for Alex Riley, and I really don't care for Chris Benoit. I do love Christopher Daniels, though. He's pretty fun. Um, Wrestlers I've met, favorite wrestlers, cool figures, and just more cool figures. I put my books down there as well. I also have one of those Mattel. When Mattel got the WWE contract, they started off by putting these belts, leather um, leather straps with die-cast metal plates on there. I have a Vladimir Kozlov. It's the only one I found. Yeah, it's just a fun thing. So there's those. Have my NBCSN side still propped up. Not really, not really sure what to do with it. So it's perfectly fine, just sitting right there. Have some belts. Have some stuffed animals. Have some slow pokes. This is all clothes I've worn the last couple days. So obviously, when I get home from work, I just throw my jacket off and that Montoya sitting there along with the Larsa Meliello suit. I forgot I had this Michael Valiente Michael Valiente driver suit. It was in one of my other bins, and I had forgotten all about it while I was cleaning out my closet, and I was like, oh, well, I can hang that one up right next to the Scott Wimmer. Uh, I don't know if that's new to you guys or not. I know the way I have them framed is different, or shown off is different. Vince Welch for the TNT one. I do have a background for a webcam. If I ever put a webcam like here, or like here, showing off to here, you're just going to have that wall of authentics right here. And there's a lot here. I mean, oh man, there's a siren outside. I do have a lot of Bubble Pollards and a lot of Richie Petties because I wanted to see just how many from that Petty set I'd be able to find. I said this on Twitter months ago before the set, when the set was announced. I'm like, I'm going to see how many Richie Petties I can get because I knew that set would would be easy to find. And 6, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them. At least 15 times. And I didn't even pick them up every time. There were a few I missed out on. But yeah, 15 times is ridiculous. And the Bubba Pollard, I could have picked up like 4 more of those too. So that one doesn't help either. 6, 7, 8 Pollards. My goodness. I do have a share of the Green Bay Packers, but who cares about that? Who else? Who doesn't if you're a Packer fan? There's more authentic still there. Closet is still full. I have the mannequin showing off my more detailed cruise shirt here. Can't wear it because of the embroidery, but yeah, it's just full of 164s that have to get sorted. I don't know if they ever will. Those are the only time I found Kyle Larson Primes, they were on clearance, so I figured I might as well pick 2 of them up just for a display thing. I did sell a few prototypes, and instead I put these errors here. This Keselowski is a hood on backward, a hood decal on backwards, and the Tyler Reddick is on backwards. It goes well with these 3 up here, which all have roof errors as well. Prototypes really haven't changed except for this Daniel Suarez DNP that I picked up not too long ago. Yeah, I got this one the same time I got one of these other ones here. And the seller went away for a few years and then came back and relisted this one. And I'm like, I gotta pick it up. I gotta put it in the collection, you know. I don't find DNPs that often anymore. You might as well. Here's the cards. We have sports. We have Pokemon EXs. If you want to see my entire collection, it's on my original first channel, which I've renamed Wimmer33Fan 2, which I'll probably end up renaming at some point because my dad and I have been getting into collecting cards. So that's my personal collection. These are my EXs and hits. Also my full art SIRs are in here. All illustration rares and full arts are in that one, and then everything else is in there. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's organized and stuff like that. So books, got the Lonely Planet. I do love picking those up whenever I see it, especially the obscure countries such as Ethiopia and Eritrea. Found that one at a thrift store over the summer in Stevens Point, which was funny. Picked this one up in southern Wisconsin in the largest antique mall in the state. Picked this one up in an antique mall in Wisconsin, or in Stevens Point, for like $20. Same with that one, but that was like $8. I just picked that one up at an auction. It was like $20 at Tate Fogelman Race Win. I have been stripping a lot of 124s, just in case I want to make customs, so they're all primed and ready to go in case I ever get the hair up my butt. These 2 are from Iola. This is from a donation bin at the thrift store my girlfriend worked at. This is an Elite Din 1, which are harder to find. Remember, if you follow me on Instagram, you remember when we went to the Lionel member appreciation event, and I picked this one up for like $8. It's my only thing left from it because everything else I've sold from it. So, yeah. That is, oh yeah, I moved the Blaney's over here. So this is every Ryan Blaney 120 or 164. Also, the only 2 liquid colors they've made for him. Eventually, I will get a bumper to replace this one. I want to swap them out every once in a while. I'm looking at a Brody Kostecki bumper, maybe as a Christmas present for myself. But we'll see on that. So anyway, that's my update on my hobby room. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.